Big wins for Brighton, Burnley and Liverpool. Big point for Newcastle and a big loss for Sheffield. Hello and welcome to All Balls, a show that keeps you up to date with all the Premier League action and fantasy football tips.
Our first game takes us to St. James's Park, where Newcastle snatched a vital point for Steve Bruce's men. 1-1 against
On a
Aston
boring
Villa.
Friday night.
On a boring Friday night, but the last kick of the game, the very last opportunity of the game.
Credit to
Jamal
them
Lascelles.
for keeping it alive.
Yeah.
You know, Jacob Murphy on the right, Lascelles towering header. He was their top scorer who was on the pitch.
Yeah.
No French toast, no Almiron, no Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
So, which is sad.
French toast.
Yeah, I mean his name is complicated. Feel like I'm taking like a thin dump or something.
He actually sounds like those three named models like
Neil Nitin Mukesh.
Ellen, yeah, Neil Nitin or Ellen Saint Maxim. Like hello, I'm.
But he plays also like that. But yeah, I expected more from Villa.
Yeah.
If Douglas Lewis and Matty Target are your two best players, defensively you've done well.
Yeah.
But going forward, they miss Grealish, yes.
Yeah.
But El Ghazi, Burton Traore, Ollie Watkins,
McGinn.
Yeah, McGinn's one of those engines, in the middle.
Yeah.
He had a good game, but apart from that, there was nothing. Newcastle fought till the end, got their point. Might just prove important in their survival.
Of course, yeah. I mean, they are also slowly inching either closer or further away, depending on how they play. But they're flirting with disaster, basically.
I still feel they'll go down.
Oh, you think so?
I still feel Fulham, apart from the loss to City, which is obvious.
Yeah.
But they will come back. I think Newcastle will go down, considering that Burnley and Brighton have picked up important points.
Yeah.
But not bad for their fight for survival, at least for the last 9 games.
It's a step in the right direction for a team like Newcastle, if they have to ensure safety.
They conceded an unlucky one.
Yeah.
Did well to fight back, but I still feel they will go down.
Well, a lot to do for Steve Bruce's men.
Shit point for Chelsea, good point for Leeds at Ellen Road.
Yeah.
Chelsea doesn't want to score. I don't see goals in them.
I don't see goals in them either. I mean, I have this little underlying joke. If Timo Werner shot 2-pack, he'd be alive today. Probably 49 years
That's
of age.
dark.
Yeah, I know. But again,
That's very dark.
It's the lack of firepower, I think, in this Chelsea team. And
no, wait, but that's very dark.
I know it's very dark, but it's 2-pack. It's okay. Rest in peace, 2-pack. But anyway, coming back to the game, as we've discussed also in our past episodes and stuff, I still think Thomas Tuchel is still figuring out this squad. I don't know
figuring
what
out 10 games.
It's been 10 games. He's got a great record. He's
Unbeaten.
2 games away. Yeah, he's 2 games away from breaking a Premier League record of being unbeaten as the first-time manager in the Premier League. I mean, managing in the Premier League. So I mean, he's got a great record over there. But I think there's going to be a very big problem when it comes to addressing about goals. They need to get goals and they need to get goals fast.
If with 62% possession,
Yeah.
you can't score a goal against probably the most vulnerable midfield and defense in the Premier League.
Well, again, we've also said that Leeds is a very hot and cold team.
No, but attacking-wise.
Attacking-wise, yeah.
Even if Leeds is 5-0 down, they will attack.
Yeah.
Which means midfield is empty.
Yeah.
United has taken advantage. City has taken advantage. Liverpool has taken advantage.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not a team like Chelsea? It's not like they don't have...
Well, again, I think it's just...
It's quality players screwing up. Timo Werner screwing up. Ziyech has not had anything since November.
Yeah, against Sheffield United.
Sheffield 2 assists, nothing after that.
Yeah. But let's look at the positives. Edouard Mendy. Most clean sheets
him
since
and
his
Mele are
arrival.
the only positives in the game.
Pretty much. I mean, he put off a hell of a save as well.
Yeah, I mean,
towards
that
the end,
was...
yeah.
If it was Kepa, I would have punched it in.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean,
Kepa would have been like, Arey Baba, don't worry.
No hate for Kepa, but knowing Kepa, he's most likely capable of
lots of
doing
hate
that.
for Kepa.
Yeah.
If he's the most expensive keeper in the world and he has those stats, there's a lot of hate.
Do you think though Thomas Tuchel can break that so-called record? I mean, it's unbeaten, but there's no goals.
He needs to change things around. He cannot keep having a Giroud or a Tammy on the bench.
Yeah.
He cannot keep switching 3 or 4 players every game. Pulisic has barely started under him, and he is quality.
See, but
He's
this
pure quality.
but this is where I emphasize. That's what I'm saying. Why is he still tweaking? It's been 10 games in.
Which is
by
what
now.
You're saying he's still adjusting. But if it's not working, change it. No,
I know. I feel he's still adjusting, but then that's the thing. It's been 10 games so far. I think probably even Abramovich is looking in the director's box, thinking, okay, fine, we haven't lost a game, so far so good.
Which is fine. Clean sheets is good. You
Clean
need
sheets is
clean
good.
sheets to win a league.
But I'm sure Abramovich is the kind of guy who wants the team to be free scoring.
I think the
as
only
well.
positive he got in here was he's finally now starting N'Golo Kante every game.
Who I think had a fantastic match. He was like
hot.
end to end.
Heat
everywhere.
map was everywhere.
Pretty much.
But
yeah.
that is N'Golo Kante.
Yeah.
You
That's
need that kind of
vintage
player.
N'Golo
Exactly.
Kante, yeah.
Your three at the back is working. Everything is working. Now score some goals.
Yeah.
If you do not score, you will not win.
Yeah, and I think that's a problem that Chelsea really needs to address at some point. And if Tuchel keeps, tweaking and, tinkering with this team, they're going to either struggle a lot or they're just going to concede a
They're
lot
going
more
to
goals.
struggle getting into the top 4.
Pretty much. I don't really count them as a top 4. Even though they are the closest as well, I think they're still going to drop. But I'm not going to say stranger things have happened because you're going to throw in a Netflix reference. But still, stranger things have happened. So, we'll see.
I'm going to make a straight face.
Good old Roy Hodgson is having a hoot at Selhurst Park.
He's safe.
Safe from the relegation zone, a 1-0 victory against, an all but relegated West
All no,
Brom.
relegated.
Relegated, yeah, pretty much relegated. But pretty standard, straightforward,
Come with the Zaha, come with the win. It was
Pretty
as
much,
good as that.
yeah, and I mean...
I think the talking point of this game was him not going down, taking the knee for Black Lives Matter.
Pretty much, yeah, well, he's discussed that in the past as
Yeah,
well.
but that was the only talking point in that game.
Well, of course, there was a goal as well. Milivojevic,
What? Say it again, say it again.
Milivojevic. I have been to Serbia.
This is what happens.
Milivojevic.
This is what happens when you don't beat your kids enough when they are small.
Yeah, but again through a furlong handball against from West Brom. West Brom has just been confined to just misery now.
Palace
I mean,
playing decently well.
yeah.
Clean sheet and a point against United. Now a win. Secured safety. And now I think whatever they get from here will be a bonus.
Pretty much.
But I think now chance to see how the other players perform.
Yeah. Give an opportunity to them. So, congratulations, Crystal Palace.
Everton's European hopes.
Dwindling. It's literally like on a string and it's just like burning aside or it's just
But what a
sinking.
crack, Dwight McNeil.
I have to say this was the most entertaining match from all the games this weekend. I thoroughly
And
enjoyed
he
it.
won the North London derby.
Yeah, I know. This goes even beyond the North London, which we will come to that. But Dwight McNeil, probably goal of the season.
Quality goals, but even
Quality
Wood.
goals. Even Chris Wood's goal as well. Taking nothing away also from the consolation for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who missed a plethora of chances, I felt, while watching the game. Like,
FPL, no, you had him.
no, I didn't have, but I know a lot of friends who had him who are really, really
They've
disappointed.
removed him. No. Everybody has Richarlison, don't lie. But, yeah, but no, for Burnley with such a small squad,
Yeah.
to get these important 3 points, to keep them in the run for safety,
Yeah.
and taking Everton's European hopes with them.
Yeah.
While Everton still have games in hand over Liverpool, but their form looks poor.
It's very dodgy, and we've talked about this before, and I feel that I've tipped Ancelotti to take Everton to Europe, but I think they're just dwindling. Now they're just being mediocre. Now they're just taking things for granted and they're just saying, oh yeah, it's Burnley. And Burnley, giving full credit to them, everyone's so used to them playing their long ball tactics, the dice
But
football and stuff.
it works.
Yeah, but if you notice, even besides Chris Wood's goal, but if you notice the build up to McNeil's goal, it was just a moment of magic. Like McNeil just saw an opening. He's like, you know what? I'll pop it.
There was
It's a very-
similar attempt from Goodmanson where he hit the post.
Yeah, Goodmanson also had a really good chance. You don't see that coming from Burnley. Like Burnley's just normally like
Goodmanson coming
long
in the center.
ball.
It's always crossing it to Wood or
Yeah.
Rodriguez or Barnes or whoever.
So I think Burnley's kind of figured out that they can play in another dimension, but it's just that they're so used to Sean Dyche playing that long ball football that I think Dwight McNeil just said, no, you know what? I'm going to try something different. I'm fed up of playing the same style all the time. I'm just going to take a pop, and I think he probably should be a contender for goal this
I
season.
think they need more out of Vidra.
Of course, but he worked his ass off though
Yeah,
in that
but-
game. I think he did a really good job. Like he was haggling the defenders.
He wears number 27 and when he scored, it took him 27 games to. But after that,
Maybe that's
he's had-
symbolic.
But he's had so many chances, he should have buried the game.
Well, they do have other avenues of attack. I mean, Chris Wood is there. And you also have what's his
Barnes,
name?
Rodriguez,
Barnes
yes,
is yet
but
to
what
come
if
in.
Barnes and all are injured? What then? Your
Well,
squad is
Vida's-
anyway small.
Yeah, the squad
I
is
just
small.
feel you either get someone better than him or you get a little more from him.
Yeah.
But take nothing away from them.
Oh,
3
yeah.
points.
Big 3 points for Burnley. And as I said, this was the most entertaining game I saw this week.
And I think rest in peace, Everton for Europe.
No, I'll light a candle. There's still an opportunity, a small chance, but if Everton can make it, they can make it. If not, they'll have to just be perennial chokers as usual.
Routine 3 points for City at Craven Cottage.
Yeah, but I mean, they were worried in that
First
first
half.
half. That first half, they kind of looked a
That's
bit
it.
stressed.
Second half, they're like, hold my beer, I got this.
Pretty much, but I guess this just shows the quality of football between Man City and
Shows
Fulham.
Pep's quality.
There's worlds apart
Changed
as well.
the formation. 3 at the back, 2 strikers, no Kevin De Bruyne.
No Gundogan, I think also. Gundogan
Yeah,
will
he
come on
played
as
a
well.
very different formation.
Yeah.
He kept the ball more.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they, keep it for lesser amounts of time in a game.
Yeah.
But you never seem like Fulham's going to get the better of, Laporte, Stones or Diaz.
True.
They seemed steady at the back. They seemed in control. Talking point, probably Aguero, his first goal in 418 days.
Too short of
Jan 2020
Yeah.
was his last goal.
Yeah.
Penalty nonetheless, but a goal's a goal.
Yeah, have you also noticed that whenever City plays a game, whenever they have, maybe if they've been held where it's 1-1 or it's 0-0 at halftime, the closest output that they have to goal always comes down to the defenders. Like a defender will break that deadlock. Stones has done in the past and Diaz has also done in the past as well. And I think Pep probably says like, okay, fine, listen man, we're kind of struggling here. We're 0-0 at halftime. I need you guys to push a little bit more forward. I need to get more
It's
attacking
trust
impetus
in
from you.
Players like Rodri and players like Cancelo, where
Yeah.
the centre backs can stay up because they trust their midfielders to recycle the ball.
True.
And again, Scotty Parker will be pissed because the first 2 goals for me were mistakes. The
True.
second goal for sure.
Yeah. The foul on Ferran Torres for the third goal, okay.
Probably.
Agreed.
No, but
yeah.
I mean, at 2-0 versus City, you're more or less out of it.
You're out of it, yeah.
There's very few teams in the Premier League, probably only a couple that could come back.
And yeah,
And
give them
they
a
are
fight.
struggling as of now.
True.
So it seemed pretty straightforward after the first goal went in. A mistake, yes, but that's what a team like Man City do to you.
Yeah.
They don't let
capitalize.
anything go. They press you. They keep the ball, and then they just keep knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And for a team like Fulham, who's in the relegation zone, difficult to get anything out of the game. Though they're playing well, it's their first defeat in quite a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's routine for City now.
But do you
17-point
think
lead.
Fulham and Scott Parker can take this, whatever, that first half was impressive by holding City. You think they can take that in their
They
stride and
can.
probably
They
see?
did that against Liverpool previously, where they had a mad first half.
Oh yeah, we talked
and
about
then
that.
they
yeah.
carried forward from there. So
Yeah.
it'll give them good amounts of motivation to go into these last phase of games.
Yeah.
To stay up.
Still tipping them to survive?
100%.
Alright. What seemed to be a promising start to this season has now been a very topsy-turvy season, and it keeps going even more weirder for Ralph Hasenhuttle's men.
Injuries?
Mary's. Yeah.
Yes, no.
Injuries, of course, play a big part for
Romeo.
that Southampton team.
Walker Peters, Walcott,
Ings,
Ings, and for not too long, but Minamino.
Minamino.
He seemed promising. He seemed like a good player for them. He fit in well.
Oh yeah.
Like they were 7 points off the top at Christmas, and now they're 7 points off the bottom. So
life comes at you fast, Southampton.
yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
mean,
like-
shit just got serious real quick.
Well, I mean, I hope Hasenhuttl doesn't take a knee again and starts crying if they survive or something. I mean, that's just going to be very petty. But
Very dark, today. I don't
I'm
know what's
not
wrong with
going very dark, but again, you would expect a team like Southampton to at least give a challenge to a team like Brighton.
Yeah, but give credit to Brighton. They played their tactics well. They
Oh,
knew
yeah.
they were, they knew they were a bigger side than Southampton. They used that in the box.
Fair enough. I mean,
Dunk
Leandro
getting his
Trossard had a
goal,
really good goal.
Trossard, yeah.
Yeah, they had a really good game. I mean, they took it to a team like Southampton. And as you said, with the injuries taken into consideration, it's going to be very difficult for Southampton to maintain that kind of consistency.
And Brighton's not a bad side. They have enough creative quality to keep them up. They have Trossard, they have Lallana, they have Pascal Gross. They have enough or more in that side to survive probably this season.
Yeah.
But I don't see this as a shock considering Southampton's form. The only win they had was also Sheffield.
True.
So, they've been on a low. They've
A
not
downward
been
spiral,
performing
you
well.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're missing Danny Ings. He was probably their Callum Wilson once upon a time.
True.
When Shea Adams wasn't firing. Now Shea Adams is firing, but he needs support.
Yeah.
There's only that much an Armstrong and a Ward-Prowse can do.
Yeah.
The kids need to step up. The other players need to step up. Your Bertrand needs to step up.
I think
in
even the
terms of-
defense, you need leaders. You need people like Bednarek and Westergaard
Yeah,
probably
and
even stepping
Fraser
up.
Foster in goal isn't doing them any favors.
True. Yeah.
He had a couple of mistakes as well. So it's probably just a blip, but it's a bad blip. It's been going on for too long, and you never know. A couple of bad games and they just might be in the battle.
True. I mean, murky times for Southampton.
Vardy turns into Kane. And Iheanacho suddenly turns into this goal-scoring machine.
Yeah. Prime, like he channeled his prime R9 Ronaldo.
He's having
or
a good
something.
run.
Yeah.
He scored 5 in 3 games. He scored a couple of bangers before this. His goal to get his hat-trick was top draw stuff.
Yeah.
And his first ever hat-trick.
First ever, I think in his...
And the
in-
fifth
in the
Nigerian
Premier
to get a
League.
hat-trick in the Premier League.
And he's in good company, to name a few, but we won't discuss that.
And it
Confusing
was shocking for me when I saw assists and I saw Vardy 3.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
I like this, but I actually like the way that they work together because I think most teams when they go and play a team like Leicester, of course, when you have Vardy on the team sheet, the defenders are going to be like, we need to put our prime focus on this guy because they know, okay, Maddison
But they
is not
clearly
there.
didn't.
Yeah, but right now with the lack of, no Maddison or Barnes, no Barnes or like any creative input besides probably Tielemans who's in the center, like you know that Vardy can still be a threat. I think Vardy also probably like, now he's their record assist provider in the league and he scored 115
And their goals.
goals.
150 involvements, which is 115 goals and 35 assists.
Yeah, that's probably like a big record for him as a Leicester City player. And I just like the fact that players are going to focus on him and Vardy's going to be like, you know what, I'll just draw them in. I'll keep Elaichi or Kelechi as he likes to call him.
Elaichi
Iheanacho open, and I think it worked really well. I mean, if they keep doing this on a more
Consistent
frequent
basis,
occasion, knowing that they don't have anyone in the midfield to create much problems, I mean, much chances at least, I can actually see Vardy slotting in right behind Iheanacho.
I don't think if Barnes and Maddison, once they're back, I think Vardy goes back up now
He goes
alongside Iheanacho
Yeah.
as compared to, for him or for each other, which
Yeah.
was mostly Iheanacho coming on for Vardy.
True.
Perez getting into the goals,
A decent-
another advantage,
Yeah.
another plus point for them. But Sheffield just looked down and out.
Obviously, I mean, it's a shame. I mean, we were discussing also in our previous podcast as well that Chris Wilder, I mean, we mentioned that Sheffield was willing to keep him, even if they got relegated, because they believe
But
he
they
was the
say
right
it's
man for the
mutual
job.
terms, and it's believed that he said that
He wanted
to
to
part
He
ways. So-
probably took them to as far as he could, and he's like, you know what, I'm out of ideas. I need a break, or I need to just leave, and which is fair enough because again, Sheffield is not exactly on the up, but it's now just going to be an uphill task to kind of put the pieces back together once they're in the championship and they have to come back up. So all the best, Sheffield.
North London derby, 3, 2, 1.
I loved it. I think there was
Suddenly
a
what
little bit of
happened now?
everything on it.
Oh, war this and war that and
No,
war
we're going
this
to talk
and war
about this
that.
rather. But again, I am extremely happy that Arsenal beat Tottenham convincingly. I think it was a very
I'm happy
convincing-
Mourinho lost.
Yeah, I'm also happy. It's Mourinho's
I'm
second
happy
loss to
Arteta
Arsenal.
won. I'm not happy Arsenal won. And screw you for being an asshole to VAR.
Why?
Y'all got a lucky penalty.
No, I still think that was
Why?
a penalty.
How?
Again, it's the motion. Yes, he has miskicked the ball,
So?
but his leg has been caught in Davinson's chances.
Where is the clear and obvious error?
I know.
No, suddenly I don't know.
Why?
Last time,
Why?
oh my
Okay,
God,
no,
Eric
but then, okay,
Peters,
if we're gonna
he
talk
killed
about
my
VAR.
grandmother, he stabbed my
if we're
sister,
gonna
he
talk
went
about
here, he
VAR,
went
If
there.
we're going to talk about VAR, why was there no card given to Harry Kane on Magalhaes? Did you see that? That is criminal. That is assault on a pitch.
I'm talking
That
about
is
things
not-
that determine the game.
That could have determined the game because firstly you have 11 players on the pitch. If Harry Kane was not there, which we will talk about later on because Lamela got sent off as well, but had Harry Kane been at least carded, he would have shown a little bit of sense. The problem,
Mourinho would have parked the bus.
yeah, but
0-0.
what I'm getting annoyed with VAR is like, and we've discussed this before, is that I did feel that there's a bit of favoritism here because Harry Kane happens to be the captain of England and the bright prospect and shit. No one talks about the stuff that he does. We were talking about this off camera.
Lamela is what then?
I'll get to Lamela, but we've also discussed about how Harry Kane has this horrible habit
Of
when he's
backing
backing
into-
into defenders.
Yeah, but-
And up and until someone breaks their neck or is really badly injured, they're just going to let Harry Kane go scot-free with this kind of stuff. And I find that very annoying. Just because he's Harry Kane. I'm telling you, if this was, no, but honestly, if this was probably maybe a Bruno or someone else who's doing that, they would catch him under the microscope. They would say, no, why is Bruno playing like this? That's not fair. That's dangerous.
because they feel anyway he dives and shit, which he doesn't.
Which is fine. But okay, you want to discuss the Lamela thing. What do you want to discuss about the Lamela
What
thing?
about the Lamela thing? Lamela got a red card, so
Yeah.
VAR was on point.
I just think no, but I honestly feel the referee knew exactly what happened with the Kane and Magalhaes thing and he had to react. He felt scared. This is my
But
opinion.
you're talking about VAR going by reputation. Now
Yeah.
in the 6-1, where Spurs beat United.
Yeah.
Lamela should have been sent off before Martial.
True.
He slapped Martial. Martial retaliated. Why did only Martial get sent off?
That's-
United is a richer club in terms of history
Yeah.
compared to Tottenham.
Well,
but
again-
that wasn't considered that
Well,
time.
these are the questions you asked for VAR as well. Because this is what my interpretation was. If Harry Kane got away with that elbow, either the ref or the linesman clearly saw that. Because that was on the edge of the
What I'm
ground.
trying to say is it's not a game-determining moment.
It's not a game.
The
but let me
penalty
get to
was
my
a
point.
game-determining moment.
Yeah, but let me get to my point about the Lamela sending off. I just have this feeling, and this again is purely my opinion. The referee clearly knew what happened, what Kane and Magalhaes happened, the incident over there. A minute later, Lamela lashes out. All right, he
would
goes
have
for a
been
flying
sent off
elbow.
for that anyway.
That would have been, but I still feel, even though it was a lashing out and he was on a yellow, yes, it deserved a card. But I just think that the ref had a knee-jerk reaction saying, okay, I kind of saved Harry Kane here, but I got to send Lamela off now.
I don't
You
think
know,
in
like,
the
and-
middle of such an intense game, he will think of so much.
No, I
He
just
has
have a
better
feeling.
things to think
That
about.
referee, that guy, like, let's call a spade a spade. All the referees want to be the belle of the ball in the Premier League. Nobody, they think they are bigger than the teams right now. And we've discussed
But
this
I'm
now.
just saying, if Harry Kane would have been sent off before Lamela or
Yeah.
earlier in the game, Mourinho would have parked his bus.
Yeah.
That's
well,
it.
Again, now coming back to the game, this is where I will say also as an Arsenal fan, and I'm sure the Arsenal fans who are watching are going to probably burn me at the stake by saying this, but I will say also this, that after they went down to 10 men, I was fearing for my life for Tottenham to get the second goal. Because that last 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes,
But that's a usual
we were
Mourinho thing.
No, but we were the ones who had the extra man on the pitch. We should have been pushing forward, but it was Tottenham in the end who were pushing us. And I was
Because
getting
y'all
worried
had
about that.
Kids on the field.
Well, we did have kids on the field, but you would expect at least someone to have that spark of magic, you know,
What
just
happened
saying,
to your
like, I'll move forward.
Norwegian first goal?
Well, he scored a good goal. Of course,
Oh, no
albeit
doubt
it
he
came from
scored
a
a good
deflection.
goal,
but I still like Odegaard. He's the captain of Norway now. So I think there's still bigger things to come from him. But I will say this though, again, as an Arsenal fan, this was probably the worst Arsenal win in a North London derby, considering the factors that were there. I mean, I'm happy they won, but the way they played the last 10 to 15 minutes, I was getting depressed. I was getting annoyed. I
And
was
you
just
are a
like,
hypocrite about VAR.
no, screw VAR. I'm telling you, we'll have a whole episode about VAR at some point. We'll definitely do a season review
We'll
because
have
I'm
to
sure
we'll have
we'll
to
just
kill
keep
each
going.
other.
No, we'll just keep going. We'll be like, okay, fine, we'll talk about City, United, blah, blah, blah. We've done all the teams. So now let's put the whole section to VAR because that will be definitely at least half an hour. We're just going to discuss it because there's so much of content.
You want water?
No, I have my water.
Are you going to die?
No. But again, I'm really happy. I don't care. Suck it, Spurs.
Out of the top four,
Huh?
Spurs.
No, I still think they have a chance. I mean, you can't write anyone off, but then there is something for them to worry about with Son getting injured. We don't know how long he's going to be out. So there's going to be a lot of attacking onus on probably people like Lucas and
And Gareth Bale, who had zero everything's in this game. Waiting, no? You're just waiting for
I
that
mean,
shot to come out.
I think even Kieran Tierney, when he got home, you know, he removed his keys, his wallet.
That's
Gareth
very
Bale.
old, huh? Bye.
Gareth Bale. But
No,
yeah,
very
credit where credit is due, and the defense was resilient on Gareth Bale. He just looked like a man lost.
And now he's going to remove his t-shirt and dance for 5 minutes, so we'll go to the next game.
No, I'll do that when we beat United. Not a very happy return for David Moyes to Old Trafford. Man
Neither
United.
for Lingard.
Neither for Lingard as
But
well.
he can't play, so I'm glad actually he didn't
Yeah.
play because he's in form.
True.
He would have made a difference.
Yeah.
While at United, we have only one player who makes a difference.
At this point.
82
yeah.
chances, best
Yeah.
in Europe. But still some plastic
And
fans
making
say,
people like Harry Maguire look good here as well, man. Another clean sheet for Harry Maguire.
Can't
Good old
believe-
blockhead.
Can't believe he has 4 in a row.
That's money well spent, right? 80 million, bro.
What?
I mean,
20 million per clean sheet.
why not? It's a start somewhere.
Get out, say there's a door over there. Yup, karke just go.
But okay, coming back to the game, it took an own goal by Craig Dawson.
Yeah, no, we
And-
pressed well, we held them well. They didn't have
Yeah.
a shot until we scored.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, brilliant. Van Bissaka can tackle, needs to do a bit more while he's attacking.
Yeah.
McTominay, I've always said, he is the future leader for United. But you need someone better than Dan James on the field.
Yeah.
Even if it's Diallo. At that age, he performs better.
Oh, he's got far better maturity than
And
Dan James,
I blame
would say.
Ole for this.
Yeah.
He does not have his tactics in place. He's not ruthless enough. He does not know when to make the change. Not many substitutions have been as effective as the other managers.
But do you think that's something because he's more of that man
no, he
management
plays the
kind of-
name.
Okay,
He
goes
doesn't
for the
play. Yeah, he's not ruthless like a Tuchel who will take off Hudson-Odoi after bringing him on. You know, within 30 odd minutes saying you're not performing.
Yeah, I didn't see the energy and stuff like that. Yeah.
Dan James plays well in one game. That's it. You get 5 games.
Yeah.
Why?
And then he's mediocre for the rest of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
True.
He's a poor man's Valencia.
Yeah.
He can, at least Valencia could cross the ball.
Taking nothing away from Antonio Valencia, I think was fantastic for Man United.
He could cross the ball.
Yeah.
Valencia was, I am a train, this is my track, I will run.
And he was a guy who played out of position as well.
Yeah, he played at right back, he defended well. He had one of his best goals versus Everton. He was accurate when it came to crossing the ball.
Yeah.
This guy cannot cross the ball.
He just runs. I
That's
just
all.
see him running in one direction. That's it. Like and when he stops, as you said, there's no final ball. There's no final pass. I'm also kind of dumbfounded when it comes to Daniel James.
I'll hire someone who's not working to cover ground for me.
Yeah.
But what's the point? Why not play a Diallo?
True.
When, you know, Matic, etc. are not performing, why not play a Donny van de Beek? Spend 40
Another
million
big
on him.
question, yeah.
You spend so much on him. You're freaking playing Pogba at left wing.
Well, we shared one of those memes I think before, and I'm going to name my son Donny so that he doesn't get played. So.
But, you know, if this wasn't that kind of show, there would have been visuals of where Ole's brains are right now. And
True.
it's not a pretty place.
It is not a very pretty place.
And we're not going to win the title with him as manager.
It's far-fetched. You're still kind of in a hunt. I know you have
no
Leicester.
hunt, it's 14 points.
Yeah, but there's Leicester kind of breathing down your necks for that second place as well.
You've come second. You've come third last season. You've come second. But what is third and second if you're going to get knocked out of the Champions League for losing to bloody Istanbul Besiktas where Demba Ba is scoring?
Yeah.
In the 12th minute running from half line with nobody in front of him.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
True. I mean,
That's absolutely bizarre.
But now coming back though to West Ham, is West Ham
They
still?
played well. They actually played well after conceding the goal.
Yeah, they looked hungrier. They kept,
Yes, they got unlucky with the Dawson goal.
Yeah.
But they just looked the better side after they conceded. United hit the post, yes. Rashford came close, Greenwood came close. But if you want to win the title, you have to finish those chances. You can't come close.
True.
Which is what I'm saying. If you take a Bruno out of this team, who is going to step up?
Yeah.
You'll scrape one game, you'll probably scrape the other. You remove him for 4 weeks, you're down to 7th. It's that close.
True.
So it's still not secured for United. Top 4, probably yes, with the amount of games left and the kind of fixtures we have left. We don't have too many big games left. But, you know, against Milan next season, something needs to be done with manager, with striker, with a replacement for Bruno.
Yeah. But also for West Ham, do you think this is just a minor blip in
It
the
is because
aspirations
they'll
for
have
Europe?
Lingard back in the next game. They'll have that creativity back. They're playing with confidence.
Yeah.
Antonio has a habit of scoring in alternate games.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Oh, and their next game, I know who they are playing.
Oh yeah, they're playing that mid-table mediocre side.
Moving it along. Come on, move
sorry, I
it
touched
along
on-
with Man
But
United.
yeah, I just feel West Ham still probably has an outside chance for the top 4.
Yeah.
But if United has to get anywhere close to City, there has to be more than just man management in a manager.
Yeah.
There has to be something called tactics, which this one lacks.
You probably need 4 more Brunos in that team.
Probably. And no Maguires.
And no Maguires.
Lingard not allowed to play at Old Trafford. Jota goes back to Molineux. And finally gets Liverpool 3 points.
And he confines more misery to Wolves. I mean, it's
They
now
just have
very,
it this season, you know, with Jimenez and then with Patricio.
My heart goes out because I really liked Wolves last season. We've discussed this as well, and it just seems to be getting worse and worse for them. And to have your own ex-player to come and just haunt you back and score a goal.
And then to look at your keeper being stretched off the way he
Yeah,
was.
well, see, that's something which has been discussed and it has to be addressed again. It's to which, again, the famous 3 alphabets, VAR and VAR. It was basically the build-up, which according to most referees and VAR, it was actually an offside position.
But same applies to Liverpool, right? They've
Yeah.
had it, they've been on the receiving end.
Oh yeah, they
With
have.
Van Dijk.
Yeah. And it's sad that, you know, referees, linesmen who are there to even do a job, even if they get it wrong, this is why VAR is there to assist them.
No, but this has happened, and in fact, this has happened during a United Arsenal game
Yeah.
where Aubameyang has scored.
He scored the equalizer and then they
scored
thought
the
he was
equalizer.
offside. Yeah.
Ashley Young stopped. David De Gea was 50-50 between saving and stopping.
Yeah.
And then VAR gave the goal.
True.
So it was, I mean, it's still a grey area. It's something they need to figure out.
Yeah.
Of course, Steve Bruce and Roy Hodgson have said that it is dangerous for the players.
Yeah, for player safety, I would address that.
And we saw an example of that.
Yeah.
You know, the concussion sub, something they're discussing, trying out for next season. I think it's a good decision.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Wolves had made their 3 subs. Then they lose their keeper.
Yeah.
So they're down to 10 men with a new keeper.
Which kind of is unfair.
And it's fair because it also gives the opposite team an extra sub, just, you know, like
Just
the
in
commentator said, to keep the integrity of the game alive.
Of course. And I think that's very fair. That's a really good idea as well. But again, now it comes to a point where, again, player safety is going to be very paramount.
Player safety and cost, like a season. Wolves' injury to Jimenez has probably cost them 4 or 5 places this season.
For sure.
And maybe 5 or 10 goals, if not more.
And we were talking about the brilliance of a guy like Neto, who is most likely going to be on everyone's radars next season.
He's the lone ranger.
For their transfer. So, I mean, I really wish Willian Jose could do something, you know, try and bring some sort of spark back into this Wolves team. But it seems like he's also a guy who's just adjusting.
Yeah, and I don't want to take digs at anyone, but Adama Traore is also not really doing too much.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, again, I think he's like, we were talking about other players who just does 1 game and then 5 games he just kind of muffles
He's just not there this season.
Not there, yeah.
Also probably because there's no Jimenez at the end of what he's putting.
Could be as well.
A William Jose, a Fabio Silva, not up to that mark. And now losing Patricio.
True.
So
congratulations to Liverpool. I think, again, it's a very welcome victory for them because they've also been struggling.
I don't think it was well deserved. It wasn't the Liverpool we expect.
It's their second away win in a row. It's a start in the right direction for a team that's been struggling. So
I don't give a shit. They're 11 points behind us.
They're 11 points behind, but congratulations to Liverpool. But, you know, thoughts and prayers, man. Rui Patricio, we wish you a very speedy recovery.
Mixed bag of emotions this game week.
Yep.
Lamela with that brilliant Rabona nutmeg goal. James Milner making his 158th appearance off the bench in the Premier League.
That's one of the rarest records.
Exactly. You have brilliance, you have rare, and then you end on not a very happy note with, you know, Rui Patricio being taken off the way he was. But hopefully he'll recover soon. That brings us to the end of another episode. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Stay safe.
Peace.